A lot has happened since the death of King Von. One of the most notable things that have taken place is that friends have become foes. People who were once tight or didn't have a problem with King Von when he was alive have come out to show that their allegiances were never with the Chicago rapper. Here are 10 people who betrayed King Von after his death. Lil Durk. Many of you may disagree with Durk's name being on this list. However, have an open mind while I go through the evidence of why Lil Durk may have betrayed his best friend after he died. You may even have your mind changed. King Von and Lil Durk were friends even before they were big on the rap scene. The two rappers grew up around the same area and were part of the Black Disciples gang. While the rappers grew up on the south side of Chicago, where the Black Disciples resided, they were affiliated with different sects within the gang. Lil Durk belonged to OTF 300, while Von was a member of the infamous O Block. Durk went on to have a successful music career before his best friend, who was locked up at the time. However, when Von got out of prison, Lil Durk introduced him to the rap industry. Durk wanted to keep his friend away from trouble, and spending time making music was the perfect remedy. Durk signed King Von to his OTF, or Only the Family label. Not long after signing to OTF, Von released his breakout single Crazy Story, thrusting him into the limelight. The two would go on to make music together as Von became more and more popular. However, apart from music, the two would be involved in various crimes together. One of the most notable ones was the shooting in the parking lot of The Varsity, a popular restaurant located in Midtown Atlanta on February 5th, 2019. Following the shooting of a 23-year-old man, Alexander Weatherspoon, Von, Durk, and Bezu were arrested, with detectives claiming they had video evidence of the crime. The police seemed determined to pin the crime on Durk and charged him with criminal attempt to commit murder, aggravated assault, unlawful association with a criminal street gang to conduct or participate in crime, possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. According to detectives, CCTV footage showed Durk's hand sticking out of his vehicle and firing his weapon at Weatherspoon.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
It was clear that they wanted Durk behind bars. However, in late October 2022, all charges against Durk were dropped. Multiple sources, including Durk's lawyers, said the case was dropped due to insufficient evidence. Even more shocking was the statement by Georgia's DA, Fani Willis. In a statement released by Mrs. Willis, she said, if co-defendant Davon Bennett, aka King Von, had not died in 2020, he would have been indicted for this incident. The theory was that Durk had betrayed his dead best friend, told on him, and passed all the blame on Von. Since Von was not around to defend himself, Durk was allowed to walk. The DA's statement caused a lot of division in the industry. So according to the DA, if Von was alive, even if all the evidence revealed in court pointed to Durk, Von would still have been charged, and Durk would have gone scot-free? That did not make sense. Popular figures such as Charleston White shared a similar opinion that Von was betrayed by Durk.
Lil Durk told on King Von. That's how he beat his charge.
Although Durk has come out multiple times to defend himself against these allegations, he still continues to receive backlash. He even provided court documents to show that he was innocent. He took to Instagram to prove his innocence, saying, just shut the f up and you good. In the court documents, it was revealed that he had refused to cooperate with the cops. The offender refused to cooperate with the investigation and requested an attorney, the statement read. Despite this, members of King Von's crew O Block still believe that Durk betrayed their friend and has even been banned from going back to the infamous street.
Yeah, Durk, he can't come back, man. He banned, bro. He can't come back to O Block.
DaBaby. You might be wondering how DaBaby has been dragged into all this drama. Well, it has everything to do with his affiliation with King Von's main op, NBA Youngboy. To understand why he is on this list, we need to first take a look at Von and Youngboy's beef. According to many in the industry, the beef between the two started when Von accused Youngboy of capping in his music.
Youngboy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
He talking crazy, man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Oh!
On his mind. Cap. You got cap in your raps.
While Youngboy never publicly directly addressed Von while he was alive, credible sources revealed that there had been beef behind the scenes. In an interview with DJ Academics, Von's manager, 100K Track, revealed that prior to his death, Youngboy and Von's camps had exchanged words, with Von proclaiming that if he ever met anyone affiliated with Youngboy, he would treat them like a little boy, which meant that he would beat them up. After his death, Youngboy released Bring the Hook Back. Here, he dissed Von and his entire gang, O Block. Yeah, this that Squid Game, O Block Pack get rolled up, murder what they told us, Atlanta boy get fold up, Youngboy rapped. The rapper did not stop there as he dropped another track, I Hate Youngboy, where he dissed Von and his best friend Durk. dissing me, mad about his dead homie, he rapped. As if dissing the dead was not enough, Youngboy went ahead and dropped an album on March 4th, 2022, the same day that Von's posthumous album, What It Means to Be King, was released. This is where DaBaby comes in. He collaborated with Youngboy on the album, which was titled Better Than You. There was instant backlash as this was taken as DaBaby having picked a side in the Youngboy King Von beef. Boss Top, an O-Block rapper, was the first to let his feelings about the whole situation known. First, he took to Instagram to post a notepad that was similar to the one that DaBaby had posted. Boss Top's post read, "King Von better than both of you, Friday." The post also had an O-Block chain on it, making it clear what he meant and who the post was addressed to. The caption to the post read, "Pick your side. King Von still can't be with." Another rapper, Memo 600, was next in line to throw shade at DaBaby for collaborating with Von's op. He took to Twitter to post, "Can't blame DaBaby. He thought that man was going to save his career." DaBaby, fed up with the backlash, took to Instagram to post his response. "Y'all on the internet are playing, trying to run your stripes up, while your big dog is in my DMs waving the white flag," he posted. He alleged that Durk was messaging him and telling him that he had no beef with him despite his collab with Youngboy. He then set the record straight, saying that nothing and no one could stop him from doing business and making money. "Y'all nigga must not be on the same page over there at OTF, but check this out. There isn't a gang, city, or neighborhood in the world scary enough to make Baby pick and choose who to get money with." True to it, the rapper had made more than $2 million on the project as he took to Instagram to share the success, saying, "Y'all keep running up that mixtape me and YB made in 2 days and got $2.5 million for that. Got these niggas in a frenzy. Relax." In his response to the backlash, he also told anyone who didn't like him collaborating with Youngboy to do something. "You niggas don't like it, do some. Now go. Call some real gangsters to step for you. I'ma be right here waiting, ready to rock out," the rapper wrote. FBG Cash.
A Southside rapper was killed this morning after a gunman armed with a rifle opened fire on his car. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton performed under the name FBG Cash.
FBG Cash's death did not come as a surprise to many. He was constantly dissing King Von, which made him a target. Interestingly, it seems he started to king shots at Von only after he died. It also seemed that he was only doing it for clout. With Von's name still fresh in people's minds, it looked like a good idea to diss him and get people's attention. As he would come to know, this was a bad idea, an idea that would cost him his life. FBG Cash's first stunt came after he posed in front of King Von's mural. When Von died, the hip-hop world came together to mourn the loss. In the coming days, a mural was created for him in Chicago, where even Soulja Boy went to visit. Well, FBG Cash was not left behind, as he also took a photo next to the mural with his middle finger up. However, instead of having kind words for the deceased rapper, he captioned the post saying, "Whole world witnessed yo main sniper get his shit splat." In an interview with Cam Capone News, Cash was asked about his audacious stunt.
Then I think at some point you take the picture in front of O-Block, in front of the King Von mural.
Mm-hmm.
So what was going on with all that?
Durk told me to do that.
Durk told you to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
There are two ways to look at this. The first is that he was telling the truth and that Durk had told him to take the picture. However, instead of taking a respectful photo, he decided to disrespect the memory of King Von for clout, which is in a sense betrayal. Although they were ops from the beginning, dissing an op for clout after his death, especially when Durk had peacefully reached out, did not sit right with many people. The second scenario would be that FBG Cash was trolling and that Durk never reached out to him. Either way, this would obviously not sit well with O-Block members, who were determined to go after anyone who disrespected Von. This was seen on numerous occasions when various rappers tried to capitalize on Von's death for clout. Famously, Durk went head-to-head with NBA Youngboy for the same reason, with what has been one of the most entertaining beefs in hip-hop for a while. When Youngboy dissed Von in Bring the Hook Back, Durk retaliated on Twitter posting, "Don't claim it if you ain't do it, you still a." The two then went after each other on Instagram as Youngboy posted a photo where he posed with money on the floor, spelling the words, "You gon' die." He followed up this post with a similar one, but this time the bills were spread to spell out "Stay safe. Durk would soon" respond by posting a similar photo on his Instagram in what looked like a direct reply to his Youngboy. In the Instagram post, he posed next to dollar bills that spread out to spell "Hurry y'all up." Coming back to FBG Cash, Lil Durk also decided to stick up for Von by warning to Cash in his song Computer Murderers, where he raps sneaking pics by Von mural like "Lil Bro won't come out and spin." Seemingly enjoying the attention, Cash would use Durk's beat on Computer Murderers and continue dissing King Von, singing, "Von got his clapped, you had us thinking he was stressed." FBG Cash's stunts saw him eventually get killed, with many speculating that it was due to his constant disrespect towards O-Block legend King Von. 6ix9ine. Another rapper who started disrespecting Von for clout after he died is Tekashi 6ix9ine. The New York rapper is regarded by many as the biggest troll in hip-hop since he has no problem starting beef with other rappers. Many say that this is the only way he can stay relevant in the rap scene after he snitched on his homies. 6ix9ine and 4 others were arrested and hit with RICO and firearms charges, including conspiracy to commit murder and armed robbery, and faced up to life in prison. The rapper first pleaded not guilty, but soon changed his mind and cooperated with the authorities. As part of his plea deal, 6ix9ine was forced to tell on his fellow gang members, which earned him the title of Rat. Everyone knows that rats are outcasts in the hip-hop community. Therefore, the only way for him to stay relevant and sell music is to start controversy with other rappers. With Von's death being the biggest story in the industry, the New York rapper decided to gain clout from it. The first stunt that 6ix9ine pulled after Von's death would come in an Instagram comment. DJ Academics posted on his Insta, informing people that Durk had found out that his best friend had been killed while on IG Live. Lil Durk allegedly found out about King Von being shot while he was on IG Live. Pray for all Von family and friends. 6ix9ine replied to the post with a laughing emoji. In his record titled Zaza, the rapper taunts Lil Durk saying, "They killed your cousin and your man and you still ain't do." 6ix9ine then posted himself in a Von t-shirt and laying down in the middle of a street pretending to be dead. His caption read, "If a killer ain't dead, you shouldn't wear no RI shirts." The location of the post also had 6ix9ine in hell. 6ix9ine was not satisfied as he jumped on DJ Academic's Instagram post of Durk visiting Von's mural. "Lil Tim put that man on a damn wall," he wrote. "He's been on several t-shirts, hats. He's just a diamond chain now. He really said if I was to die, my was gonna slide every day." The rapper continued his attention-seeking tactics in his 2022 song, Jine. In the song, the rapper sings, "Your man got shot, he not coming back. Go get a gun and get some get back you a bitch. I knew you wouldn't ride for your homie. I knew you wouldn't ride by your dolly." The rapper did not address Durk directly. However, in the music video, 6ix9ine makes it clear that he's talking about Von's best friend. A message saying "Slide for Von" briefly flashes around the 125 mark. It is clear that the New York rapper is doing all this for clout and to remain relevant in the rap scene after he snitched on his homies. However, this should be seen as a betrayal towards Von since the Chicago rapper never had beef with him. Quando Rondo. Quando Rondo appearing on this list may appear strange. You may be asking, wasn't he involved in Von's death? While that is true, the story behind Quando Rondo and Von's relationship, as well as recent revelations, show that there is more than meets the eye. But first, it is important to revisit the infamous encounter between the two that led to Von's death. It is important to point out that Quando and Von were not always ops. In fact, they appeared friendly towards each other before the Von and Youngboy beef started. In a video posted on the internet some time back, Quando and Von appeared to be cool with each other as they clowned on 63rd Street, a rival to O Block. Earlier, I mentioned that Von had sworn to put hands on anyone from Youngboy's camp if they ever crossed paths. Well, that is exactly what happened when he met Quando, who was signed to Youngboy's label. The previous day before their encounter, Von and his entourage flew from New York to Atlanta, where he was set to have an album release party at Opium nightclub. King Von had just released his first album, Welcome to O Block. After the party, Von instructed his driver to head towards Monaco Hookah Lounge. Upon his arrival, the rapper did not enter the club. Instead, he stayed in his bulletproof car for more than half an hour. Suddenly, one of Von's homeboys came up to the driver's side and notified Von that he had just seen Quando Rondo sleeping in his car. Von jumped out of his vehicle to confront Quando. In a split second, Von was already approaching Quando Rondo. At this point, Quando had exited his car and was on his way to the club. Von, with a few members of his crew behind him, proceeded to attack Quando, knocking him to the ground. Von's guys joined in and started raining blows on Quando as he tried in vain to get away from his attackers. Unfortunately, Quando's right-hand man, who was inside the vehicle all this time, saw that his brother was heavily outnumbered and that some of Von's men had guns. He jumped out and fired shots to protect Quando. King Von was shot and killed. The obvious question would be then, how exactly did Quando betray Von if they were ops? Well, recent events have shown that after Von's death, Quando and his crew may have carried out hits on Von's gang O Block. Remember, Quando didn't really have a problem with Von before the Youngboy beef. He even never dissed him in songs or on social media. But now, he was killing his friends and even dissing him in songs. So, is it true that Quando killed O Block members? Well, the NBA rapper recently snitched on himself on social media. It all started when Lil Durk went on DJ Academic's podcast and gave his thoughts on Lil Tim, Von's killer. According to Durk, King Von had been killed by a nerd type. In his words, when a real gangster get took out by a nerd type, Durk was insinuating that Lil Tim was not on Von's level. He wasn't as gangsta as Von. Quando Rondo did not appreciate Durk insulting Lil Tim. It should be noted that Lil Tim had refused to leave Quando as he slept in his car outside Monaco Hookah Lounge. lounge. His quick thinking also saved Quando from getting jumped by Von. So it's no surprise that Quando came to his defense after Durk insulted him. Quando took to Twitter to respond to Durk and insinuated that the nerds he referred to had taken out 7 O-Block guys in 2022. The nerds got 7 of them last year, the rapper tweeted. Apart from that, Quando had also released music with Youngboy dissing Von. On his song Want Me Dead, the rapper sings, "Ha, my favorite op dead, sister talk too much, no, I don't like the Lil Timmy rolled her brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kicks. Quando and Von went from dissing a common enemy to killing each other's friends, and that's why Quando is on this list. J Hood. J Hood is not a famous rapper. However, he grew up in O-Block and personally knew King Von. Therefore, he knew a lot about the late O-Block rapper. In fact, he claims that Von opened up to him about the many crimes he committed. Although his mission is to spread awareness against gangs, having been so close to them and seeing their effect on the community, J Hood betrayed his late friend, King Von, by revealing his secrets. There are numerous things that Von told him in confidence, which he has since revealed. Most have tarnished Von's legacy. In a sense, he has been snitching on Von in interviews. In an interview with Cam Capone News, J Hood revealed that to him, Von was no king. To him, he was just Davon Bennett. He did not idolize him like many rap fans did, so he was not afraid to speak out on the many things he knew about his late friend.
He ain't no king, for real. He kings to y'all. That's Davon Bennett to me. He ain't King Von to me, that's Davon Bennett.
One of the most notable things he revealed was that King Von was the one who actually took out teenage female assassin, Zakira Barnes, alias K.I. The 17-year-old was reportedly responsible for the killing of more than a dozen people as a member of the Gangster Disciples in Chicago before being gunned down. Information from K.I.'s death released by the Chicago Police Department showed that King Von pulled the trigger. According to J Hood, K.I. used to taunt O-Block members. She was hated by her ops and was even referred to as a pest. J Hood revealed that one time she showed up with a bike, taunted the gang members, and managed to get away as they chased her.
I remember her riding on the bike, like, you know, taunting us, and nigga, we trying to chase her back on the block, but she get out of that skirt on the bike, she gone. And she was somebody that, like, we hated.
A few days after this incident, King Von would kill K.I. and tell J Hood about it. According to him, Von walked up to him, shook his hand, and gave him some shocking news.
And then Von walked up to me, and I shook his hand, he like, look straight. And then I look straight, and I'm like, why you telling me to look straight? He like, look straight, and what I'm finna say to you, don't look at me after I tell you.
According to J Hood, Von told him that he had shot 3 people and that K.I. was the last one of the 3 he had shot and killed.
I just run up on K.I. and you know why I just ran up on them niggas and caught K.I. She was the last one running out of the gate.
As soon as Von told him this, he heard sirens in the distance.
And I'm just in my head like, damn, for real? And sure enough, after he told me that, sirens came.
J Hood also exposed King Von's plot to kill K.I. Many people thought that K.I. and Von were dating because of their flirty tweets as well as DMs that were uncovered after K.I. died. However, according to J Hood, Von was trying to soften up his op and eventually kill her.
But Von, that wasn't no game. It looked like a game, but that was really like a whole cat and mouse game. I'm like, yeah, I like you, I want to date you, like, let's go out. But the whole time, he trying to kill her.
According to J Hood, Von was really out to kill K.I., and K.I. was hell-bent on doing the same to Von.
He wanted to murder that girl, and she probably wanted to murder him.
Although J Hood is trying to transform the community for the better, speaking openly on Von's crimes puts him on this list of people who betrayed King Von after his death. Asian Doll. Asian Doll once dated King Von. In fact, after his death, she openly mourned him. The obvious question is why she would be on the list given this information. King Von was head over heels for Asian Doll. Asian Doll was signed to Alamo and met Von shortly after he was also signed. The label organized an all-star basketball game where they first met. They eventually started dating, and even when he was locked up, Asian showed that she was loyal to him. Von would eventually show how possessive he was of his girlfriend. In an interview, he revealed that he would rather have his girl at home instead of hanging out with people in the industry.
But isn't it nice to have somebody in the same industry as you?
No, that ain't. I'd rather have. I wish she. I can't say I wish she wasn't a rapper, nothing like that. But it'd be better if I knew like she's at the house instead of going around all these people that ain't around and. Damn, what's going on? Now I'm just thinking, hey, damn, what the fuck you doing? Why she ain't answering the phone?
However, it seemed that Von's fears would come true, and his biggest op in the industry would be the one to inflict pain on him, NBA Youngboy. Trouble in Paradise started in May 2020, when Von took to Twitter to subliminally suggest that he and Asian Doll had broken up. Breakups be the worst, Von wrote. However, the next month, Von tweeted out assuring everyone that the two were still a couple. Me and Asian like this in real life, no internet, the rapper tweeted. Out of nowhere, Von made a move that must have angered his his op Youngboy. First, Von tweeted, "Wouldn't believe the female I just made a hit with." Later, photos of him and Youngboy's baby mama Janya emerged on the internet, with rumors spreading that Janya and Von did not make music when they met, but rather slept together. Janya took to Instagram to clear her name, stating that they only made music as she was trying to get money for her child. Asian, seemingly angry, took to her Instagram to confirm the rumors. According to her, she had seen the DMs between the two and that the music excuse was a lie. However, the damage was already done. Youngboy had already gotten wind of the rumor and had taken it as disrespect. He posted a photo on Instagram with the caption, "I'm gonna make sure my son your daughter since you trolling." Youngboy seemed to have the last laugh, as industry rumor had it that Asian cheated on Von with Youngboy. One of the best pieces of evidence was when Youngboy messaged his producer using Asian's IG account. This was only 2 days before Von's tragic passing. The two had seemingly become so close that Youngboy even had access to her account. This detailed background is to show how Asian betrayed her ex, Von, after he died. When Von died, Asian was all over social media talking about her ex. People on social media, including DJ Academics, called her out, accusing the rapper of manufacturing fake tears, which he believes is all a self-serving attempt to gain public sympathy and maybe soak up some clout at the same time. Chicks will instigate a beef and then you get clapped, and then she calls herself Queen Von, Academic said. Asian Doll was also caught lying about Von's last words, a move that would see people turn on Von's homeboys. A rumor that was going around the internet was that Von's O-Block guys had run away when shots were fired and failed to protect him. Asian piled up the hate on O-Block members by revealing King Von's last words. According to her, Von's last words were, "Y'all let them niggas get up on me. Stop crying, y'all let them get me." First, Asian Doll was not present when Von died. She had supposedly communicated with Von through a spiritual advisor. 100K Track also defended O-Block guys by revealing that there were cops present at the scene who started shooting, forcing everyone to run away. Her lies made Von's gang look bad. Also, her clout-chasing behavior and fake love she showed to Von after he died earns her a spot on the list. Gleesh, Louis V, King Yella. The last three individuals have one thing in common. They are from King Von's backyard. Although Gleesh and Louis are O-Block members, King Yella is a GD, a member of the Gangster Disciples. However, each has betrayed Von in their own way, starting with King Yella, who is no stranger to controversy. The Chicago rapper famously claimed that he spent time in jail because the Migos were afraid for their lives, worrying that he was out to get them. The trio therefore had him locked up for their own safety. This was not the only time that the rapper was a guest of the state. When he was 23 years old, he faced a 30-year prison sentence, which he luckily beat. In 2016, it seemed that he was turning over a new leaf as he launched a GoFundMe campaign to raise funds that would help build a boys and girls club and equip it with a gym, game room, computer room, and other amenities. He was trying to get children away from gang life, as he popularly stated that black people killing each other was a ploy by the whites to finish off the black people. Therefore, his actions against O-Block and OTF are uncalled for. First, he referred to Von as the devil and said that he wasn't human while on an interview with Say Cheese. In June 2023, he released a diss track aimed at O-Block and OTF, urging them to avenge Von's death. When I refer to King Yella's actions as betrayal, I mean that he went against everything he stood for and was trying to incite Von's friends to put themselves in harm's way in the name of revenge. Even fans in his comments section urged him to go back to pushing a positive message. It is also important to note that when Von was alive, they never directly beefed even though they were ops. That's why some people feel that it can only mean that just like 6ix9ine, Asian Doll, and FBG Cash, he was doing this for clout. Gleesh and Louis have more in common in connection to betraying Von. Both are allegedly snitches. Gleesh is a popular O-Block member but has in recent months been accused of working with the feds. O-Block Freak, brother to T. Roy, a close friend to Von, accused Gleesh of being a rat. According to O-Block Freak, Gleesh had been picked up by the feds but returned quietly without telling anyone. Freak took to Instagram to post the accusation saying, "Gleesh the feds. Why he ain't tell y'all he got picked up and returned quietly?" He went ahead to accuse him of turning his back on Von. And we never want to hear you tell the story with Von cause your back was turned and you left him bogus Ave. On the other hand, Louis V, who happens to be Von's little brother, is accused of snitching to the cops regarding the 100K bounty Von placed on FBG Duck. Duck had been beefing with Von for a while until he met his tragic death in a shooting on the 4th of August 2020. Although several O-Block members were arrested in connection to the murder, the feds later released a 900-page long document that revealed Von's involvement in the murder. The document showed the snitch had Von put 50K on Duck's head and later increased it 100K and later added O-Block chains. The police failed to hide the identity of their informant as netizens were able to put 2 and 2 together to uncover the the truth. The document showed that the snitch had been arrested for unlawful use of a weapon on the 17th of August 2020. Unfortunately, no one else close to Vaughn or even from O Block was arrested the same day or on the same charge. That leaves only Louis, who fits the description in the police documents and also could have known of Vaughn's move on FBG Duck. You know what they say, it be your own people. These are the 10 people who betrayed King Von after his death.